A look at the Ford Shelby GT350 Mustang. Now, if you'll notice, I'm only going live on the Ford vehicles. That's not due to me. Ford offers their own special Wi-Fi here, so I can live stream all I want. Whereas the other car manufacturers, a lot of them I haven't found it, or they don't have the password readily available. So I'm just taking a look here, live stream with the GT350. Shout out to Shelby, my girlfriend, but she likes Camaros better, which I think there's some sort of poetic injustice there. So I don't know how to feel about that, but it's not a fuel-efficient car. It's a performance car. The Ford Mustang, American icon. Recently, I believe all the Mustangs became available overseas. So big anticipation overseas. This model is 61,000, but they start at 55,000. You can take a look at all the colors here. But again, the main reason I take a look at these cars here for you guys is to show you kind of the look, the feel, and things that you can't get by looking at pictures, things that you can't get looking online and just looking stats up. So I'm not going to read you off a bunch of specs, just kind of show you how this thing is. So here we have the GT350. Normally you have the Pony Mustang back here, but GT350 because of this car. We can take a look at the GT350R front. So this is just the R version, the front suspension. But anyway, here is the side of this car. And then my dad does have a Ford Mustang, the EcoBoost model, and this is not as aggressive on that model. Here we can see the GT350 engine, so good close-up look at that there. And then aggressive styling here too. So let's take a look at what options we're looking at over the base 350. Gas guzzler tax because it's not efficient. Convenience package, whatever that is, looks like dual zone temperature control, sync 3, black painted roof. I know in the 350R you can get a radio delete. If you really want to take it to the track, you can take that out. I'm not sure if you can do that on the 350. Nice Ford performance accenting there. So as I get in here, I mean, we do have the Cobra here, and we do have this, it looks like velour wrapped or something, steering wheel. And then we do have the GT350 chassis number instead of the Mustang. I'll get really into this one just because I drive a Ford Mustang on occasion, so I can really notice the differences between the base model, the very base model, you know, 25,000 or whatever it is, Ford Mustang, and you know, something like this, which is double the price. So we have the toggle switches in this, which is really cool. You know, I feel like I'm in the Millennium Falcon or something. I do wish they were metal. I mean, you're paying a $55,000, you know, you're paying $55,000 for a car. Couldn't you have put metal toggle switches in? I mean, come on now. Shift knob seems good enough, but I feel like that carbon fiber shift knob in the Ford Focus ST, which is a $20,000 car, is actually a way better shift knob. I mean, this is not bad, you know, and this is a personal preference thing, but I think the shift knob in the Focus ST, the carbon fiber package, is actually better than this one. But, you know, I haven't driven it, so, you know, maybe this has better throws or something like that. This might be an old version. The old Mustang we had this button. The new one has a metal metallic button, whereas this button is like plastic. This is red, whereas the normal one's just a normal color. But anyway, push to start, so you just push I think the clutch in on the manual, but it's usually the brake. Then we have the Sync 3 screen, which does look like it belongs here for sure. You know, not the case with all Ford vehicles. A lot of times it just looks tacked on. Looks like it belongs here. You can also, to save weight, get a radio delete and just get this piece out, and then there's like I think a Cobra logo over that. Up here we do have gauges where we don't on the lower model Mustangs, and we do have a flat bottom steering wheel for those interested in that and that can afford this car. We do have this looks like brushed metal finish, but I think it's plastic there. Bucket seats in the back. We have 350 embossed seats. You know, but other than that, I mean, the real main interior, I mean, we have the screen here, speed and tachometer here. So, but I mean, other than the velour wrap steering wheel, and then the toggle switches, which I think you can get on the GT as well. I mean, obviously what you're paying for in this car is, you know, that the shifting, the transmission, you're paying for that power up front, you know, and the interior really isn't, I mean, the seats are nicer and they bolster you in a little bit. They're not as aggressive as the Fiesta or the Focus seats, less rally car like. but I suppose they're for a different audience. But the interior changes aren't really, I mean, they're not super significant from the base Mustang. The seats are definitely better. The wrap steering wheel, definitely better. The toggle switches is a change. Sync 3 is an upgrade anyway. So, you know, but what you're paying for is that on-road performance. So, while I think the interior is actually, for my opinion, for a car this price, underwhelming. I think this is an underwhelming interior because really it's not that different from your base Ford Mustang. It's different in some ways that count, just with the, like I said, the steering wheel. The shift knob I don't think is as nice on the manual Mustangs. I'm not sure, like the normal ones, but you do get heated and cooled seats and some nicer interior features. So interior's good, but you know, the real focus is on the driving, which, you know, I can't test here. Car looks great from the outside. I love this new Mustang look, especially the mid refresh that they've done on the newer Mustangs that they're coming out with. But it seems like a great car to me in terms of, you know, it stays with that Mustang heritage. But to be honest, for a car, you know, with a sticker value of $61,000, I was hoping to get a little more in that interior versus the base Mustang. You know, I was just hoping to get a little bit more. Now, I'm not sure if that means they just spend a bunch on the, you know, the Mustang interior of the normal ones, so they don't have to upgrade it here, or what. But, you know, interior, something to be concerned. I'm not concerned about, but just know what you're getting into. If you've driven a normal Mustang, you know, the base model, you've basically been inside of this in terms of, you know, the look and feel of the interior. But like I said, you're paying for that exterior performance, that racing, you know, the power that it gives you here, and that, you know, and that's where that real engineering is, as we can see, you know, by the engine over there. So let me know what you guys think about the Shelby GT350. I think it's awesome, great dream car for me personally, and, you know, you'll be winning a lot of races with this one. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below.